Hello TLV lovers, it's been a while since I've reviewed one of these. I like to collect TLVs for the more random subjects, the actual classic vehicles, the vintage vehicles, because, you know, the wheels generally have hubcaps, and that's what TLV does. They don't really do open wheels so often. So I avoid the Neo line, but like the old classic ones. So today we're looking at LV-N17, the Honda TNV panel van. Pretty recent release. And there we go. Alright, so inside that box was this blister. Here we go. I bought this locally, and unfortunately they all have the same problem, which I'll point out in a moment. The TN360 line of trucks started in 1967 and ended in 1977. But the TNV in particular was presented in 1972, and this facelift gave it two stacked headlights, like as you see. It was still 360 cc's, so around 27 PS. Well, it's not a very powerful engine, like lawnmowers have more power nowadays. And then it still only weighed 540 kilograms, so I'm sure it was good enough for the day. But this day, in the early 70s, so one feature of this update was a standard driver's seat belt. So I guess previous ones, it was an option to get a seat belt. So we're talking a long time ago. And also this engine was now able to take unleaded gasoline. So quite interesting, you know, it was a long time ago. Okay, so the problem I mentioned is this. I looked at like 3 or 4 of these, opened them all up, and they all have this like streaking here on these two panels, which is odd because on this side you don't see any of that. So something in their production process, maybe they're resting on something here, but they all had this as if like the paint is scratched. You know, it's like very cloudy there, strange. So this is the best of the ones I could find. But it's safe to assume if you order this even online, you might have this problem here. Alright, well, here we go. These wheels look good because they're hubcaps. And they look quite similar to those hubcaps on the photographs, so no problems there. I also like the tires. You know, the treads don't look super off-road, so that's okay. They're a little slab-sided, but they're such small tires, it's not too bothersome. Alright, the door handle here is painted silver. It's got some molded details. Look at these cool little hinges molded in there. Those are really small, really done nice. Maybe this is a reflector, I think. It looks orange on the photographs, but for some reason, oh yeah, it is a little orange. It's actually orange inside of black. That's what threw me off. Sorry, try to focus. So hopefully you can see the black around it. There's also some black venting up here. It's just a printing though. I like that the window is open, so we'll take a look at the interior later. This is kind of neat. It's got a little fuel tank down here. It's a separate piece. There's a little cap there. So the panel band part here is plastic, but it's got molded details like the door handles and venting, the slide rail here. Just that problem right there. Alright. Nice printed on taillights. And nice badging as well printed on. Let me zoom in on the top. Yeah, it does. It is legible. TN-V. Over there, 350 something. You'd think it's supposed to say like CCs maybe. Little handle up there, silver. And then the window actually has a little bit of black paint around the molding area. I wonder if that opens. This looks like a separate piece. I don't think it opens though. Oh well. There's some ribbing here on these fenders. So that's pretty neat, these fenders here. This side looks the same as the other side, but no fuel tank on this. This is like maybe it's a footstep. Oh, maybe the battery is in behind this cover. This side all looks the same as well. Alright. The roof, not much to it, just smooth. Yeah, a little contaminant there. Okay, raised wiper blades painted silver, so that's good. Black around the molding looks good. I'm gonna guess these are supposed to be maybe wiper fluid ejectors. No, I'm sorry. These are the stocks for the wiper blades. These two. I'm not sure why there would be a third one. So anyways, there's supposed to be an arm connecting this to this. Alright, well anyways, the raised bumps here are painted orange with these turn signals. And then the headlights look good. They're clear plastic, stacked nicely. The ribbing here looks good. The Honda badge looks good there. The TNB looks good as there. You know, you got a plain license plate. I'm not a big fan of that with this brand. I just did a video not too long ago on photo etched license plates. So someday I'll put some on here. Okay, the bumper is a separate piece. Painted silver. You can see the little air gap there. And I guess that would leave the interior. So it looks like it's black, so we're going to need the flashlight. Oh, there's some venting up here as well. Well, it's just a black interior, but decent enough molding there. Yeah, little dashboard molded details. I think that dashboard possibly is silver. One lumen, let's see if that helps. Does it look like a different color? I think it is. Hold on, I gotta look at it with my own eyes. That's hard to say. I can't tell. It might just be the flashlight. I just feel like it's silver. Alright, well, ribbing on the seats. It's actually a headrest. So that seems like a luxury for a car like this. Or a truck like this. Anything else in the dash? Maybe there's a radio there? I think that's like a crude, maybe some HVAC controls or something. Alright, nothing wrong with that. So it's a nice little quirky model. I like it. It's so small. It's a K-Class truck, so it's really small. And so we should compare it to some other K-Class vehicles while we're at it. Let's get the sandy texture today. Contrast. Alright, one of Honda's first vehicles is the Honda N360. And so here it is, made by Konami. Konamis have suspension. Pretty good details. Another Konami is a variation called the Honda ZGS. So I guess that's a sportier version. So these are all 360cc vehicles, which, motorcycles have larger engines in many cases today. I think even scooters have bigger engines. Alright, let's see what's next here. I have this TLV of something called a Sambar, Subaru Sambar Diaz. And this is a pretty recent release as well. It's a cafe car, coffee selling vehicle. And then we have a BM Creation Suzuki Jimny. This is not a K-Class vehicle, I don't think, but it's still a small vehicle. A Suzuki Samurai, you might know it as that. A little more modern, we have a Suzuki Hustler. This is a K-Class truck, but the more modern K-Class trucks are 660 cc's. This is by Aoshima. It's all plastic. The last one I'm going to put up is made by Doyosha, and it's a Daihatsu Tanto Custom, and that's a modern K-Class van, so that's 660 cc's. So we can look at the footprint though. The first three 360s, they're quite small, right? Although this truck is, I don't know, I think that truck is actually the same size as these two. If you look at the footprint, that is. But the 660 vehicles definitely have gained size on the footprint level. Yeah. I can't remember if this is, I don't think that's a K-Class car anymore. I could be mistaken though, as always. Alright, so let's get this out, because I don't think they sell K-Class cars in the West all too often, so... But you must know B.A. Baracus' Vandura. This is by Greenlight. In fact, let's actually put this next to it. So, one of the cars could probably drive into the back of this van. Unfortunately, because of the box section here, this could not drive into the back of a Vandura, but I'm pretty sure one of these K-Class cars could. Assuming that all of these things are 1/64 scale. So again, it's another fun reason, why I collect small models of vehicles. I never knew about this Honda before collecting diecast cars. But it's kind of cool to learn about stuff you've never seen before with your own eyes. And so henceforth, I'm quite happy I have this one. Just a warning again, if you're really nitpicky, you might have some issues there. But everything else on this model looks quite good. I don't see any other defects. Oh, we didn't even look at the bottom of this. What's the copyright on that thing? 2006. I have a feeling they've done this model but without the box, so it's just like a pickup truck. Yeah. Anyways, it's pretty good detail on the bottom. Got this funky, I don't know what's going on there. This must be just steering assembly right there. And then the engine is in the back, I think. Yeah, there's a little muffler. Tiny little plastic muffler tip there. Yeah. Okay. Whoops. Alright, so another interesting little car to enter my collection. Perhaps you want to take a look at this yourself if you like collecting the more obscure Japanese stuff. And that's why I like, TLV in this instance. These funky vehicles that no one else is going to make. Or maybe they will. I don't know, I kind of feel like Hot Wheels or maybe it's Matchbox did something similar. Maybe that was just the N360. Oh well, anyways, I appreciate you guys watching, and I'll see you the next time I get a TLV in. Bye now.